was a modern-day gypsy when she stumbled into town. She had some tricks up her sleeve, and she took my heart and disappeared. She went up that mountain just like I feared.
Welcome back, it's Chris from the Hagon Factory. Plenty on this week. We've got the Bendigo Historic Motorcycle Club who caught up with the Classic Club at the Black Swan Hotel. Black Swan Hotel will be open all weekend at the Bendigo Swap Meets on, so you should get in there and have a look if you're in town for that. Now, the next part of our video is just a bit of an update on the Velo. I've done a little bit more on that, not a lot, but we still will keep you updated as we're getting along with it. Now, at the end of the video, we've got our latest find, which is a BSA dirt track bike that hasn't been seen for over 40 years. It's been in one family. Years ago, one of Dad's mates owned it. Dad had a few rides on it, but Dad's going to tell us that story. So if you want to get to the end of the video, Al will fill us in on all of it, and we will get this bike going. And I'd like to thank Peter Davis for his photos of his Velo at the start of the video. He sent those in when he was at the Isle of Man in 1985. And if anyone out there would like their bike up on the Hagon Factory, and we've got some great photos, any sort of bike, even a car, send it to us. The email address will be down here somewhere. I'll put it in now. So let's get on with it.
Right by my side, alright, alright. Now my daddy told me in earnest not to go up that trail. He said I should be nervous, that I might come back a different man. Not at all, not at all. Come on down from Shane.
Not too sure.
Really?
Yes. At my age, I forget things. I think it's a get-together with the Classic Club and the Bendigo Historic Motorcycle Club.
Fantastic.
To have a look at Dougal James's, some of his collection of motorcycles.
That's great.
In the pub.
Now, the Bendigo Historic Motorcycle Club, you've got a swap meet coming up soon?
Yep.
And when's that?
December the 3rd.
And what have we got there? We've got catering?
Everything.
Everything?
Yep, the work there.
You can get a shower there too, can't you? You can stay the night, get a shower?
Yeah, free to shower, yeah.
Yep,
anytime you like.
fantastic.
Come there Friday or Saturday.
No
Set up.
worries. Sounds good, we'll be there.
Good lad. All right.
Was a modern-day gypsy
How are you, mate?
when she stumbled into town. She had some tricks up her sleeve, and she took my heart and disappeared. She went up that mountain just like I feared. Come on down from Shanker Mountain. Shake for me one more time. Won't you come on down from Shanker Mountain? Shake right by my side. Alright, alright. Now my daddy told me in earnest not to go up that trail. He said I should be nervous, that I might come back a different man. Not at all, not at all. Come on down from Shanker Mountain. Shake for me one more time. Won't you come on down from Shanker Mountain? Shake right by my side. All right. call you in the night, just to see if my voice could reach those peaks. But all I got in reply was that cold, cold breeze and that winter freeze coming down. Come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake for me one more time. Won't you come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake right by my side. Won't you shake right by my side? Won't you shake right by my side? Alright, alright. Had some tricks up her sleeve, and she took my heart and disappeared. She went up that mountain just like I feared. Come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake for me one more time. Won't you come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake right by my side. Alright, alright. Now my daddy told me in earnest not to go up that trail. He said I should be nervous, that I might come back a different man. Not at all, not at all. Come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake for me one more time. Won't you come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake right by.
Okay, so this week I've done a little bit more work on the Velo. I've actually fitted the seat. I think seats on Hagon's are a bit of an afterthought. There's never anywhere to bolt them on nice. It always seems to be hard work for some reason. Someone's already brazed a couple of tabs on the back of this one, and I made another bracket up front, and I've welded a plate that goes under the seat to these and supports it right up the front, because it's a fiberglass seat. Try and make it last if we can. It clears our return line for our oil tank, but it's coming up really well. I'm very happy with it. It's back on its wheels, as you've seen in the photos, and it's going to be a great thing. We've got to do a bit more work on the primary today and get the foot peg hooked up, and we can run some cables in, and then we can give it a start, which is going to be fantastic. And then we'll be able to give it and McLeod a bit of a run over at Broadford, which will be fantastic. So let's get on with it.
Now my daddy told me in earnest not to go up that trail. He said I should be nervous, that I might come back a different man.
Righto, today we've got a really good story. I'd say it starts well and truly before I was born. I was born in 1974, but we'll just go back a couple of years, right? So, a couple of years ago, I put a photo of Dad, Alan, who you've all seen on the videos. So, Dad was riding a BSA slider. The bike was owned by Stewie Dis, and so what I did is I got that photo. It was from the early 70s, and I put it up on the Romsey Grass Track site. If you haven't been on there, you should have a look on Facebook. It is fantastic. So get on board there. But anyway, I put this picture up of Dad riding the BSA, and then later on that week, a mate of ours, Steve, commented on the photo, and he said that bike was in his shed. Now, Steve's father owned that bike. It had been in the family for over 40 years. So we got in touch with Steve back then and asked him if it was for sale or whatever, and he had a bit of a thing about it, and he said no, it wasn't. And I just said to him at the time, look, if it does come up at some stage, let us know, we'd be interested. So this week we've got a message from Steve, and he said, are you still interested in the bike? Which we are, there's no doubt. But since then we've got a few more Hagons, a couple more Triumphs, all sorts of stuff. We've got so many jobs on the go. So I messaged Dad, we had a chat about it, so we've gone and had a look at the bike, and it's ours. So we're just going to go and pick it up now. It's a great story. There's a lot of people involved, a lot of good people in Bendigo, and we'll go through it. So let's have a look. So we're just back in Al's shed, and we're going to have a talk about the new purchase. So tell us what we got and what you know about it.
Okay, well, I know a bit of vague history about it. As far as I know, it belonged to Cled Davies, who was a fairly well-known motorcycle man in Bendigo. He was president of the Bendigo Club, and he was a Victorian 250 short circuit champion at one stage. And he had a brand new Grooves 250 motorbike back in the day. He's still around.
So
we'll ask him.
Yeah, we'll ask him some questions.
I'll go and see him, and I still see him fairly regularly, so I'll ask him a few questions about it, but I'm fairly certain he had it. But a friend of mine, Stewie Diss, who's a lifelong Velo man, he, I believe he got it off Cled Davies, and then at one stage it had an all-alloy Mac Velo in it when Stewie had it, and he decided it needed a bit more, so he bought a 350 Boozer single out of one of Brian Clark's road races, which was supposed to be all up to Gold Star specs. Supposed to have had Gold Star cams and everything in it. And it was running on methanol, and I think it's got a TT10 or a TT9 carb on it.
And it was meant to have a closed ratio gearbox too, wasn't it?
It was
meant to rumour.
Yeah, well, it could be just a rumour now.
Yeah.
So Stewie built the Boozer gearbox and motor into it. And we used to take it out to this country road out of Bendigo, where there was one really nice flat left-hand bend. So we used to open her up towards this bend and go around the bend and then do a U-turn and come back, and we'd do that all Saturday afternoon, you know.
Yep. So we've got two photos of the bike. What year do you think that might be?
It'd be early 70s. Really early 70s.
And
maybe 72 or 3, something like that.
Yeah, because it's got your SL 125 in the background.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that was one of the first bikes that I really did any dirt stuff on. It was a little...
Yeah, so it's pretty early in those photos.
Yeah, yep.
So then it went from Stewie to Derby Knight. Yeah,
Derby Knight, and Darb was another well-known motorcycle man in Bendigo, and he was a bit of a speedway rider.
The whole family in the end, wasn't they?
Yeah. Darb was a speedway rider in his day, and he also tinkered around with scramble bantams and so on back in the early days. And then that bike sort of disappeared. I think Derby must have bought it off Stewie Diss, and it sort of disappeared for 40 years.
Until we put the photo up on the Romsey grass track site.
Yeah, and then it come to light, and Chris suggested we should buy it back, so we have.
And it doesn't look much different than the original photo, does it?
No, it doesn't look any different at all. No, it looks pretty much in the same form.
Except it had a girder fork front end, but that's long gone.
Yeah, but we're just going to put another standard sort of modern front end in it.
We've got a Godden front end. A real early Godden front end with rubber bands on the side and that, which will make it pretty nice.
Yeah, we'll pop that back in it. And the frame is really a bit of an unknown. I was always told it was a homemade frame, but there's other stories getting around that a guy down at Malmesbury made a few of them. But I'll find out more about that next time I see Cled.
We'll trace up a bit more history.
Even though Cled's he's in a nursing home at the moment, he's a sharp ass, and his memory is fantastic. So he will remember. If he knows, he'll remember. Yeah.
Well, Steve Knight, Seabob were there. I don't know if you heard him, but he said he remembers that bike running around at the speedway track up in Morong Road.
Oh yeah, yep, yeah. We took it up there, and we There used to be a really popular test place out between Bendigo and Axdale they used to call it the Sugar Loaf.
Yes.
And it was a big, flat, unfenced, open paddock there that was a smooth. And that's where we used to take all the bikes to test them out there. We had like a small short circuit track out there. And a lot of local guys went out there testing bikes. And then eventually it got fenced off. So obviously we weren't really supposed to be there. But
No, they wouldn't like it now.
no, but that was a very, very good... the topsoil on the track was just beautiful, and it was smooth. There was no potholes or any ruts in it. It was really good.
I'm really glad we've got this thing back, because you've always spoken about it and made you laugh about going out and just going around one bend all day with Stewie. But we might do the same thing later on.
Yeah.
It won't happen straight away, but it will happen. We will get stuck into it at some stage.
Yeah. We don't know sort of what condition anything's in, so we'll have a look at it, but I think it'll be pretty straightforward. We'll just leave it pretty much like it is. We'll just clean it up and leave it as it is.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And they were good days, you know. That little SL125 I rode that at a short circuit meeting up at Bort, and it went quite well actually. I did get into trouble over doing a big mono on the start line, then tumbling over sideways and knocking half the field over.
Yeah. Bit embarrassing.
A bit embarrassing, but anyway, they let me have a restart, so that was all right.
Yeah, fantastic.
They were good days.
Yeah, great.
Come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake for me one more time. Won't you come on down from Shaker Mountain, shake right by my side. Alright, alright. And I tried to call you.
Righto, don't forget the Llanelli swap meet. We'll be there, myself and my father Alan. Come and have a chat to us. We'll have the 500 Velo there on display with our sign up, and we'll have a heap of stuff for sale as well. So get on board. Make sure you get there. Now, if you like what you see, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell everybody. Let's bring Hagon's back.